Shalom Akim, welcome to GMS Gals on the Streets. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Kwadash, whom I worship. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this word in sincerity and in truth. Salutations to all the Akim around the world that are teaching this word um, uh, in sincerity all the way unto the end of this thing. All right. Just wanted to bring out, what's current, the current events, and of course, prophecy. I'm Elder Soccer Run from the GMS New York camp, and I just want to go into this article right here. The title of it: Shock Horror. Trump congratulates Putin on election victory, and media goes nuts. So they elected. The peoples of Russia have elected Putin to be the president once again, and of Russia. And my question is, could Putin very well be the king of MAGOG, man? Could he very well be the one that the Lord will use to shoot off the missiles at America and at Russia and to Russia? Because according to biblical prophecy, this is what is going to happen. These two this landmass known as Russia today, in the Bible it's known as MAGOG, and it says that they were going to make war with Israel, the land of Israel. And you know that America is tied in with that, because America is Babylon the Great, and Babylon the Great protects the so-called Jews. Okay. So could Putin very well be the king of MAGOG that will enter into the land of Israel and attack it, enter into the Third World's War, all right, into the Valley of Decision, and pop this thing off and start this thing and get this thing going? Well, time will tell. Time will tell. But it's like the people love him, and I'm not quite sure how long he's been president. I think at one point he a couple of years back, right? He not a couple, but a few years back, someone else came up in there, and then he was reelected or whatever. So I got to get the info on that. But I'm gonna read a little bit into this article here, and then bring out some scriptures. All right. So it says, shock horror. Trump congratulates Putin on election victory, and media goes nuts. All hell broke loose in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday when President Donald Trump confirmed that he had congratulated Russian President Vladimir Putin on his recent election victory. Journalists and Trump critics flooded Twitter with sarcastic remarks, registering their disgust at the news, using the benign remarks as more evidence of his alleged, by some, collusion with the Russian state. It says, read more. Trump says he will meet Putin to discuss arms race that is getting out of control, and that's dealing with the nuclear arms race. All right. Pretty much all the nations have been ramping up their technologies when dealing with their nuclear arms capabilities. Okay. It says CNN's, which is a sign of the times. All right, because we're living in a time of war, not peace. CNN's national security reporter Zachary Cohen pointed out that both Kim Jong-un and Trump had now congratulated Putin in an apparent effort to cast Kim and Trump in the same light for the crime of extending congratulations, which in reality is fairly standard diplomatic protocol. Daily Beast reporter Adam Ronsley, also miffed by Trump's words of congratulations to the Russian leader, used the occasion to bring up the poisoning of a former Russian spy and his daughter in the UK, accusing Russia of using a weapon of mass destruction on British soil, even though there's no evidence to prove that. Senator John McCain, who once called Russia a gas station masquerading as a country, was widely quoted by the media for a tweet in which he accused Trump of insulting every Russian citizen by congratulating Putin. Something which escaped the attention of Zachary Cohen and others, however, was that former President Barack Obama also congratulated Putin on his victory in 2012. But it didn't end on Twitter. At the White House briefing, which followed Trump's comments, Press Secretary Sarah Sanders was immediately inundated with questions about Russia. In fact, the first 6 questions were about Trump's comments. It's lucky there's nothing else important going on in Washington, D.C. this week, like the visit of the Saudi Crown Prince or the looming government shutdown. I'll play a little bit of this video.
The election in Russia was free and fair?
I'm sorry?
Does the White House believe that the election in Russia was free and fair?
Look, in terms of the election, there we're focused on our elections. We don't get to dictate how other countries operate. Is that Putin has been elected in their country, and that's not something that we can dictate to them how they operate. We can only focus on the freeness and the fairness of our elections, something we 100% fully support, and something we're going to continue to do everything we can to protect, to make sure bad actors don't have the opportunity to impact them in any way.
And it reads, it wasn't all shock and outrage. However, some took the more sober approach of pointing out that Trump's comments were nothing out of the ordinary. So I'm going to read Revelation, the 16th chapter, and the 12th verse on down. You can read the whole chapter if you want. But this is prophecy of the coming Third World War. And it's brewing, it's stirring up, you know. And it reads, and the 6th angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Now the dragon, that's speaking about Esau, right? You know, the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns. NATO and the United States, right? And out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. The false prophet could be like like the Roman Catholic Church, you know. The mouth is America, you know. Now it says, now you can read about that in Revelation, the 13th chapter. Speaks of the lion, and it had a mouth, all right, that spoke lies and stuff like that. It says 14th verse, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of the power almighty. So this is a vision that St. John saw, and this has not happened yet. All right, this has not happened yet. It's about to happen. All right, you're gonna hear more stories of the nations preparing their missiles, their nuclear arsenal, because they know that something's stirring, man. That they know that there's gonna be a third world war. All right, and this is the prophecy. This has not happened yet. All right, and it says, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth. That's why we do these shows. That's why the Spirit has been on Apostle Tahar to say, get in the spirit of making 3 shows a day, and that'll probably increase, because we're living in the last days, you know. And the Lord, just as it is written right here, it says, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watches. Who's the ones watching? Who are the watchers upon the watchtower? Us, man. Beginning from the apostles of GMS on down, we're upon the watchtower, and we're constantly watching, making videos, tying up current events with biblical prophecy. Okay, and I have to say it like that because it's true, man. You know, these other Israelite camps, they're out there talking about insignificant things. They got nothing to do with the coming of Yahweh Shai, the destruction of Esau and Babylon and this system, and the coming and our coming holy kingdom, man. All right, and it says, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments. And it's not talking about your actual garments, man. That's not talking about taking your garment to the dry cleaners, man. All right, or to the laundromat. That's talking about yourself. You keeping yourself righteous. All right, and right with the Heavenly Father, man. All right, doing the things that you were taught, and keeping them to the very end. And he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right? That's written. Lest he walk naked, and they see his shame. Right? Walking naked meaning you give the faith up. You give up. Okay? You throw this word up. All right? And then you leave the faith, the truth, and that's how you walk naked, man. All right? So don't get caught with your pants down, man. All right. 16th verse. And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. Now in the Hebrew is harp. That's a transliteration right there, Armageddon. In the Hebrew it's you say Har-Magadwan. All right, and that means mountain of troops, because it's going to be a designated area where all the troops of the world are going to be gathered for this great battle. They're going to come together, all right, for this great last battle. And that area is the Middle East, man. All right, it's a great big valley, big area. Okay. I got one more. This is Joel, the 3rd chapter. 9th verse. And it reads, beat your plow, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. These Gentiles is talking about the actual Gentiles, the actual Gentiles, all right? The other nations other than the nation of Israel. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. And it's going to be the Lord and the angels that are going to cause this to happen. Because the nations, they're going to try to come up with their peace plans and peace deals and all that. But it's not going to work. The Heavenly Father is going to do this because it's his will to bring us back into our land. That's the reason why he's doing it. Okay? The people that are in Israel now, the so-called Jews, those are not the real Jews. Those are not the real Israelites. And the Heavenly Father is going to cause this great war to happen to get them out of there. And also to make sure that the nations are put down underneath his feet and underneath our feet, man. Okay? And it says, 11th verse, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. And that's talking about the actual nations. And gather yourselves together round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. And that's what St. John said. All right. He put up a prayer for Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, to send Yahweh Shai down with the mighty angels to take these nations out. St. John saw this war, all right, in a vision. Okay, so yeah, so with that, I just wanted to bring that out. Like I always say, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, and you could do follow-up videos on this. Feel free to do follow-up videos, man. All right, so till the next lesson, Shalom, Elder Sakaran signing off.